Call this meeting to order at 7:33 p.m. Data Director Robuster, take roll call.
Yes, President Alice.
Present.
Vice President Sai.
Present.
Director Robuster. Present. Treasurer Lavea.
Here.
Executive Kobe Sandra Fernandez.
Here.
Captain Sandra Underseller.
Yo.
Cass Sanders Stone.
Schultz.
Hollis Isaac. Hey, sorry. Okay. College Pharmacy Senator Carter.
Present.
Graduate Sandra Lee.
President.
Senator at Large Mahalo.
Present.
Senator at Large Stephen.
Present.
Senator at Large Lynn.
Present.
Senator at Large Leahy.
Present.
Advisor at Hirokawa.
Yo.
And with guest, it's Kauilani Amatiai.
Hi. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Quorum is established. We do have open forum, so we will have Lee go ahead and speak.
Sorry, I'm afraid of the camera a little bit.
Go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. So I'm very honored to be here with you guys. Thank you for doing what you do for UHHSA. All of you. So I applied for the Hilo Ambassador Scholarship. I'm applying to go to Texas to the Caucus of New Political Science 50th Anniversary Conference entitled, let me read it, it has a fancy name, Toward Critical Political Science. So I got my AA at, in Hawaiian Studies at the community college, transferred up here into political science, and really fell in love with theory and philosophy. I think it's pretty ingrained in me from when I was a little kid. And so having this opportunity is like kind of a dream come true for me, to go and represent my family, my community, school community, larger community, to go and really put on the table what it is like to be a Hawaiian in an indebted society. So that's the topic of my paper. I won't go into it too much. But anything I can, any help I can get from the community or from the campus would be of great appreciation. Yeah. And oh sorry, I'm not gonna cry at the conference. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've got. I'm really passionate. I have purpose, and I want to make a difference. And the mission of the CNPS conference is to study politics relevant to the struggle for a better world. And that really aligns with what I want to do. So, thank you.
Thank you. So we'll go ahead and move on. 5.1, approval of the agenda for Senate meeting 16-17-009.
I move to approve the agenda for Senate meeting 16-17-009.
A second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda for Senate meeting 16-17-009, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carried. Next, 5.2, minutes for Senate meeting 16-17-008.
I move to approve minutes for Senate meeting 16-17-008.
A second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes for Senate meeting 16-17-008, please say aye. Aye. Any against? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay, 6.1, President's Report. So I just wanted to share and remind of some things going on, and I have an official report that I will type up and it will be attached. So first one is Senate Bill and Committee Report Training this Sunday, October 30th from 2:30 to 5 p.m. And anybody who cannot make it, we will set up makeup training, as this will be a mandatory training. Number 2 on here is that there's an informal meeting with Senator Kahele with the UHHSA Senate on Tuesday, November 1st. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully everybody can attend. Number 3 is mandatory legislative training for UHHSA on Monday, November 14th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. with Stephanie Kim, which is the UH System Government Relations person. Also coming along is Mike Unabasami, Associate Vice President, and Jerry Chang, the Director for UH Government Relations, will also be in attendance. I will reach out to Hawaii Community College's student government to invite them to attend this training as well, as I think it's going to be very beneficial. It's just going to give a foundation training, but with Jerry Chang also here, we may be able to hear what UHHSA's legislative items may be, so we can try to discuss and move forward with the legislative committee on that. Number 4 is that I will be sending out an email so that we can schedule some trainings for UHHSA on the weekends or night times, just to get some training done and some editing of our Constitution, bylaws, and Senate rules, so that we can meet the December 1st kind of deadline in order to try to get those edits approved, so that we can get the student signatures that's required in order to make those amendments. Number 5 is Fiscal Clerk Committee. So on this committee will be myself, Treasurer Lavaya, Advisor Hirokawa, and Senator at Large Wynn. Okay. And this committee will create the interview questions. Oh, also the Administrative Fiscal Support Clerk, Kalihiki, will also be on this committee, as he's the one that will be doing the training for this fiscal clerk. This committee will meet together, decide the interview questions. We will send it to the EEO office to get approved, and then we will start doing the interviews. We do have 6 applicants at this time. And then next, I just wanted to find out, touch bases with who will be here during winter break, and that there is an opportunity for us to kind of meet and plan for the spring semester. So I will be reaching out to whoever is here so we can do that, and maybe some people who are not here maybe be able to Skype in for that meetings and trainings. And that's it for my report at this time. Moving on to 6.2, Vice President's report.
Thank you, Chair, Madam President. Good evening, Senate. At this time, I would like to present 2 reports to the Senate, one addressing office computers and the other addressing UHHSA emails. The first one I'd like to present is the UHHSA emails. I would like to inform the Senate about the new email and new email policy. All emails from the Senate are operational sessions and therefore not privy to be shared outside of the Senate. 2, the Senate is responsible for responding to emails that require action. Please respond in a timely manner. 3, the executives have new email accounts that you will be receiving in the near future. That concludes the report on UHHSA emails. My second report that I'd like to submit to the Senate is regarding new policies regarding computers in the UHHSA office. 1, all computers in the UHHSA office are for Senate use only. Please direct students to the lab located in Campus Center. There will be a designated computer in the office for fiscal use only with signage stating so. Please utilize other open computers in the office. This concludes my second report.
Thank you, Vice President Tsai. 6.3, Treasurer's report.
Okay, so within my report, you guys were all able to see the RTPs that we're currently processing. Right now, everything seems to be totaling, I want to say roughly about $7,000, with also the other incoming ones from this meeting coming today.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, one more report. Makahiki has been canceled. If we hadn't already known, we're going to postpone it until next year. So we're basically, right now, just concentrated with the flow and with OHEL week. Thank you.
Moving on, 6.4, Executive Senator report.
Office hours, we went over how we use these office hours to serve the students, so we need to keep to them, and if not, we discuss with the other senators to take over. And the use of Xpunch to document that you were in there, or using those hours for committees.
Thank you. Moving on to unfinished business, 7.1, Senate Bill 1617-009, Hilo Ambassador.
Introduced myself. An appropriation of no more than $1,000 for the Hilo Ambassador Scholarship. UH Hilo's Dean List student Katharina Amentia will be representing her College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Hawaii at Hilo at the Caucus for a New Political Science 50th Anniversary Conference. Ms. Amentia has been invited to present her paper in Indebted Hawaii. Ms. Amentia has shown exemplary qualities that will further her development through her educational journey, enhanced by her unique leadership outreach. We applaud her great efforts in the field of political science and wish her continued success.
Are you going to carry the motion?
I would like to carry the motion to have this Senate bill approved 1617-009.
Yes, second.
Second.
Any discussion? So I know this is for the amount of $1,000. Usually we do $500, but it is up to the Senate to decide if we want to approve the full $1,000. And just understand that it is considered like a stipend, so she would have to fill out the tax forms and everything. So just everybody is aware, it is done just like our stipends. So she'll be given a check whenever the process is finished.
Will this be setting a precedent?
It could.
As
There
far
are no
as
rules.
Yes, Vice President.
There are no currently rules on book that states how much a committee is designated to spend on a specific item, not in the Constitution or within the bylaws.
so it's really up to the
It's on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, situational.
Any other discussion? Okay. Hearing none, all in favor of Senate Bill 1617-009 for the Hilo Ambassador Award in the amount of $1,000, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carried. Moving on to new business, 8.1, Senate Bill 1617-011, legislative training.
Aloha Senate, I would like to make a motion to approve Senate Bill 1617-001.
011.
011, my apologies.
Second. Is there any discussion?
I would like to read the bill to the Senate, please. In this act, an appropriation of no more than $1,000 for the purchase of food and supplies, non-resale for UHHSA legislative training on November 14, 2016, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The food is to provide for the members and the facilitators as it is during dinner time, and most are coming from classes and flights from other islands and will not have time to eat before the training. This training will provide to UHHSA in order to get the foundation and history behind the Hawaii State Legislature. It will also assist UHHSA to understand how to effectively advocate the student body's needs and issues at all levels of governance and work towards representing UHHSA in a professional and recognizable manner.
Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor of Senate Bill 1617-011, legislative training in the amount of $1,000, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carried. Moving on to 8.2, Senate Bill 1617-013, the floor.
Alright, so Senate Bill 1617-013. It says, being enacted by the Student Senate an appropriation of no more than $5,000 for the purchase of food, refreshments, logistics, prizes, and supplies for Flow. The Flow provides UH Hilo students with a safe place to relax and enjoy good food and entertainment. Traditionally, UHHSA hosts the last full events of the fall and spring semesters. UHHSA's hosted event has an emphasis on graduating UH Hilo students' participation and attendance.
Are you carrying the motion?
Yes.
Can I get a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Yes, Vice President.
I feel this bill is out of order, and that's why I will not support it. That's it.
Any further discussion? Yes, Vice President.
At this time, I'd like to request a roll call vote on this.
Is this necessary at this time?
A roll call vote's been requested.
Okay. So just so everybody is aware, a roll call vote would mean that I would individually ask each one of you guys what is your vote, and it will be recorded in the minutes as your vote individually. So we will be moving on. So in favor of, or going for roll call vote for Senate Bill 1617-013 for the flow in amount of $5,000. We'll go down. Vice President Tsai.
Nay.
Data Director. Treasurer.
Treasurer.
Executive Senator.
Aye.
CAF Firm Senator.
Also abstain.
CAF Senator.
I abstain.
Kahakuola Senator.
Abstain.
COP Senator.
Aye.
Graduate Senator.
I abstain.
Senator at Large Alejandro.
Aye.
Senator at Large Defkin.
Aye.
Senator at Large Wynn.
Aye.
And Senator at Large Taib.
Nay.
Okay. 1, 2, 6.
Vice Speaker Hong.
Madam President,
Yes.
I would like to ask why the abstention. My understanding of abstention is when there's a conflict of interest.
Correct, which I was going to bring up that abstention should only be used if there is a conflict of interest. Usually you would like to say yes or no on a vote.
Or give reasoning for a conflict of interest?
Or if you have a conflict of interest.
If you have a conflict of interest, then and abstention is appropriate and should be. You should abstain yourself if there's a conflict of interest. If you are abstaining because you don't want to vote no, you should vote no.
Okay.
You should vote down. If you have questions about the bill, you should vote it down. Don't abstain. Abstain should never be used as a substitute for no. So you either vote yes or you vote no, or if you have a conflict of interest, then you abstain out of ethical and professional reasons.
Can I ask to take the roll again?
No, we can take roll call again. Okay. So we will do a roll call vote again. VP side,
Nay.
Data Director, Treasurer, Executive Senator,
Aye.
CAF Firm Senator,
Nope.
CAS
I
Senator,
abstain.
Kahakuola Senator,
I abstain.
College of Pharmacy, Senator. Graduate Senator. Senator at Large Alejandro.
Aye.
Senator at Large Duffin. I will never get your last name. I'm sorry.
Aye.
Senator at Large Nguyen.
Aye.
And Senator at Large Tai.
Nay.
Okay, so I do have 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay, so the vote is 7-4-2, so the Senate bill does pass, motion carried. Moving on to 8.3, Senate Bill 1617-014, OHEL Week.
Alright, so being enacted by the student senate, an appropriation of no more than $10,000 for the purchase of food, janitorial, security, prizes, and other supplies for OHEL Week. To provide students an after-hours study environment for the week prior to finals week of the fall 2016 and spring 2017 semester, with food, snacks, and refreshments to sustain the students during study.
Are you carrying the motion?
Yes.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of Senate Bill 1617-014, OHEL Week in the amount of, what was it? $10,000. Okay. $10,000, please say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay, there are no USA committee reports. Announcements 10.1, USA training this Sunday, October 30th at 2:30 p.m. Location is to be announced. We will let you know. And this is for USA members only, so we will be closed off and there will be a potluck. 10.2, the new student program family night, Monday, October 31st at, well, it's not, it's 4:30 to 6, I believe, in the Campus Center Plaza. So we have agreed to table. I will buy candy to give out to the kids. So if anybody could show up, that would be greatly appreciated. 10.3, Election Day event, Tuesday, November 8th. It's at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. in CC 301. And that's, we're just providing coffee and stuff. I don't know if it's at 3 p.m. though. I will figure out the time. This is for Kate Kalahia is doing the live feed of the election results. So we have agreed to provide the coffee that we have in our coffee machine. And if you guys are able to attend, great, please do. And then 10.4, legislative training, which is mandatory, Monday, November 14th at 6:30 p.m. in this room. And we will be writing CC student government. Yes, Vice President, sorry.
Have we finished everything on the agenda?
Not yet.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion.
Okay, hold on. Advisor, you have a report?
Yes, I will not be able to attend the training session because of a prior commitment. However, I have a series of questions that I would like this body to address in your discussion of the bylaws.
Okay.
I have the questions written and posted in the back of your
Okay.
bylaws.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion.
What is your motion at this time?
I would like to tender my resignation to the Senate effective November 1st in duress.
Anybody gonna second that?
Is there any second? Hearing no second, this motion is not carried. We'll move on, adjournment. So next meeting is November 3rd, 2016 at 6:30 p.m. And it will be a short meeting. I will update you guys if we hear from the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs. Meeting adjourned at 7:58 PM. Thank you.